Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today, in a New Zealand first, I'm unboxing McIntosh's brand new hybrid amplifier, the MA352. This is an extension over McIntosh's hugely successful MA252, a hybrid valve preamp solid-state power amplifier integrated amp. The 252 had a very nice small footprint, very compact yet very powerful sound. This much larger amplifier now features 200 watts a channel, over 300 watts into 4 ohms, and a greater feature set as far as the ability to put more ins and outs. It is already iconic. So it's with great pride that I get the opportunity to share it with all of you today. So, firstly, McIntosh's packaging. It's been one of these brown freight cartons for probably 30 years. Probably more. The McIntosh serial number and product information is on all 4 corners, and it is taped closed with McIntosh's iconic factory tape. This mid-sized box masks, I guess, the overall weight of this product. It's heavy, and as you would expect, it's beautifully packaged. So, opening it up is very, very straightforward. It's a simple enough process to slice the factory tape open. If you get the chance, you should always try and sort of lift the cardboard up before slicing across the top. It just reduces the chances that something directly underneath that packaging could get damaged by the craft knife. Folding these flaps open, you get to see the start of McIntosh's elaborate packaging. Oh, this is heavy. There we go. And obviously McIntosh's user manual. Now, McIntosh is renowned for being really, really comprehensive in all of its printed materials. Every question is answered, every setup menu is explained, every option that they have made available to you is beautifully documented in their user manuals. That's wonderful to see. It's printed black and white, but it has a full colour. The first layer is simply closed cell foam. Big, thick closed cell foam, designed to, of course, protect this product in transit. Leaning it forward, you get to see the amplifier sort of sitting in situ. There's a very clear warning associated with how we are going to assemble this product. We'll see that a little bit later. The next sort of step with this product is to actually sort of remove each individual layer of closed cell foam. Now these are cut to form a beautiful sort of surround and support for the amplifier in transit. There's number 3. And there's the 4th and final layer, which supports the nestle at the front of the amplifier and again stops everything from moving around in transit. Now at this point, the easiest is to lift the product out. Very carefully, I might add, obviously, because it is very, very heavy. It takes a moment to sort of rock the unit to get your fingers underneath, and out it comes. Now, the fun doesn't stop there. In the bottom of the box is all of the accessories. The first being the McIntosh remote control. These remotes are now sort of universal across the range. Some of the features are not, some of the buttons aren't functional, I guess is what I'm sort of saying, in some of the lesser models. So firstly, a couple of AAA batteries, and then the remote control. The remote has a lovely fit and finish to it, and sits beautifully in the palm of your hand. All of the basic operations are there and easy to access with the thumb. Continuing on in the base of the box is McIntosh's now iconic sort of binding post key. Also, of course, a wonderful keychain should you end up ever investing in McIntosh. The key allows for the tightening of the rear binding posts without any hint of tool damage or anything along those lines. It's got a logo of McIntosh in it as well. And then finally is the large, good quality, solid and heavyweight IEC power cord with a New Zealand plug. Okay. Right, now the amplifier is packaged in an oversized plastic bag. Spinning it around, it's taped at the rear of the amplifier with a series of clear packing tape. Getting the amplifier out of the bag is relatively straightforward. It's a process of sort of lifting the amplifier and sliding the bag from underneath the feet. Spinning it around, you see the addition of McIntosh's desiccant bag. It's obviously there to ensure that the product isn't going to suffer from any moisture damage in transit. But unusually, I guess, is that desiccant bag is then encased in a small protective cloth bag to ensure that it cannot scratch anything in transit. Leaning it forward, we have a look at the warning. And that's because this is a tube amplifier, and it's vital that at no time is it powered up until everything has been fully assembled. The warning card is relatively straightforward to pull out and remove, and then this closed cell foam reveals the first look at this beautiful amplifier in the flesh. In the top of the closed cell foam are the four valve protectors, each with a McIntosh logo. Please hang around for some photographs. Not only will I take some close-ups of all of the things that you've seen, but also we'll light it up and you'll see the use of underlighting and other things to create a wonderful feature. Nevertheless, these are very, very easy to sit in place. There's four that they're identical and they sit in the same location in each, and you can easily orientate it, the McIntosh logo to face the front. Right, now, firstly, looking at this product from the front, we've got McIntosh's classic VU meters, although in this model, of course, set back. This hybrid design has the features of the valve preamp stage separate, and then the circuit topography brings the preamp stage into the power amplification, which you see at the rear. The VU meters, of course, iconic, are illuminated with fibre optic displays. There's an IR sensor in the centre, McIntosh's logo, and then the model number, the MA352. Beneath it is a two-line dot matrix display. Now that display, of course, volume, balance, all of the basic stuff is there. But pushing and holding a combination of the input and volume control enables you to go into setup where you can allocate inputs and outputs, as you'll see from the back, and also set things up. Turn off unused inputs, relabel them as required so that you can customize this product for the easiest operation. Further down, obviously we see the valves. There are four in total. There's two pairs, a set for each input channel. On the front here we've got the input selector, and that's the ability to push and hold for trim and setup. You've got the headphone output, and that utilises McIntosh's unique sort of room feel-y headphone amplifier, and it's very well thought out. There's a 5-channel graphic equalizer, again somewhat iconic with McIntosh, to add that ability to just tweak things a little bit should you have a few room problems or speaker issues, if that may occur. You've got a standby light, and then you've got the volume control. Spinning it around, we see a couple of things. Firstly, very large heat sinks. Given the fact that this product is a couple of 100 watts, it could potentially run quite warm, and it's lovely to see the elaborate nature of the heatsink. It is embossed with a McIntosh logo, and again, hang around for some close-ups where you'll see this. Again, you get a feeling for the depth of this product. It's essentially the same depth as the lesser 252, but it's much wider. This form factor is required for the much larger amplification stages. You see McIntosh's iconic logo, and spinning it around, we get to see some of the magic associated with the inputs and outputs that have been so carefully selected. Firstly, the boring stuff, it has a fuse and an IEC power input. This control, though both RS232 and IR, along with 12 volt triggers for on and off control. Plus McIntosh's data controller, allowing the remote control for this amplifier to control CD players and other connected equipment. Looking further along, we've got an RCA output. Now this is a pair. Through McIntosh's setup, this can be pre-out for the purposes of running a much larger power amplifier, or perhaps daisy chaining it off to another area. But it's also the ability to run these as mono subwoofer outputs as well, and again control that with the setup. You can turn the output off, again part of the remote control and setup that we can see. There are 3 unbalanced or RCA inputs, labelled simply 1, 2 and 3. They're labelled very boringly in that way because you can choose your own label as part of its setup. There is an excellent moving magnet phono stage with a very, very good quality ground as well. There's not 1 but 2 balanced inputs, both clearly marked, 1 and 2. Up the chassis slightly you see its outputs. Now again, it's a couple of 100 watts into 8 ohms, 320 into 4, so it's got more than enough dynamics and headroom to power even the most challenging load, despite its relatively compact size. It's awesome to see. Spinning it around, we see an emulation again of the McIntosh logo, and how beautiful it is as far as its fit and finish for its chrome. Again, hang around for some close-up photographs. You'll get a good look at the top, the sides and other things like that. So there we have it. McIntosh's brand new and already iconic MA352 200 watt integrated amplifier, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.